Today we're talking about confidence and how confidence is a build-up over time. It doesn't just happen overnight. We can't just snap our fingers and boom, we're confident in something. We have to start, get moving, and keep trying. Today I dive into an email with somebody who's been working on their side projects and thinking, hey, maybe I should start a business, but my confidence isn't all there. Roll it. Confidence is very simple. It builds up over time as we keep trying something that we want to get really good at. We keep trying, and eventually we achieve what we're supposed to achieve. Confidence will be somewhere in the middle where we'll notice that build-up occur. It's something that takes time to understand, and it's something that takes time to really appreciate. How does it all work though? It's very simple. We gotta just start, and this is the theme with everything I've been teaching. You gotta just start, jump in, start doing. I'm not saying just blow a whole bunch of money on a new business or a new venture or changing your career. I'm saying plan everything out and really look at how you're gonna start it, and then start. Very simple, not the complicated way, but start. See, starting is just the beginnings of it, and when we start something, our confidence won't be all there. Kind of like me in video right now and trying to get the lighting right and trying to talk right and stand in the right position. I should be here, I guess, so you can see me better on the side. You can see my arm, but it's not. So it's a trial and error until I get it right. Confidence builds over time on how good I'm gonna get at something. And then as I keep trying and making things better and better, I know in my head that I'm doing better. Confidence starts to build up. If we don't start at something, how do we know if we're getting anywhere close to where we're supposed to be? We're just planning things out, and you can be the greatest planner in the world. If you can't strategize to the point where you can execute, you're never gonna actually get anywhere. You're just gonna have all these plans and more plans and wishes and dreams and these like big grandiose moments of life that you want to experience will never actually come. It's that simple. So at the end of the day, it's failure that really cripples us, and it's really not the word failure. It's really not the idea of failure. It's the thought of what we think failure is. If we change that mindset of what failure is, then we start to grow. So how do we do that? Well, this is simple. All we need to do is start looking at failure as an opportunity to start again. It's that next opportunity that reveals itself. I've talked about this on other videos, where when you fail at something, opportunity will arise. We will find something else that we can redo and make it better, or start something new because we've learned that skill set. We've learned the next stages of what we need to do. So how does that look? Well, here's an example. You start a business thinking you know what you're doing, and then as you proceed through it, you realize you're not bringing enough income and you spent way too much money, and then you realize you got to make changes right away. Is this a failure? Well, no, it's not a failure. It's not. What it is that opportunity to do the next best thing in order to succeed. We want to take it in strides, and we go back to the plan and we look at the plan and we say, what did I do wrong? What's not working? How do I make things better? It's very simple. You can look at it any way you want, but if you're looking at it as a failure and you're gonna quit, well, you just threw in the towel. Confidence is shot, and you'll never have what you need in order to succeed. So do yourself a favor. No more failure talk in the mindset of what society has told us failure is. Look at it as an opportunity for the next step. And what will it bring? It will bring you that opportunity to build your confidence, get success moving, get those small goals moving, and bring that passion and the idea you had so you can actually make the next few steps forward instead of keep going backward. So I have an email here from somebody who's in that spot where they're thinking, I want to start a business, but I like my 9 to 5. I'm comfortable there, but I don't really like it. I want to jump out of it, and I want to be over here in the business side, but it's really hard. And then when do I make that decision? How do I build my confidence for that? That's what we're looking at. The email is very simple, and I think a lot of us go through this when we're trying to think, what can we do next? Because I don't want to be stuck in this 9 to 5 forever. And then we end up being stuck in the 9 to 5 for 5 to 10 years, and eventually we decide, hey, I'm either going to do it now or never, or we stay there and we retire, and that's that. how does that look and how does that play out? That's all up to us. Hi Nikos, I'm not overly confident in starting my own business. Dude, nobody is. Nobody. When you're starting your own business, nobody is. Get it out of your head, okay? You're not going to be confident right off the bat. It's going to take time. I've been having success in making websites on side projects, but I keep feeling like quitting my job would be too much of a jump. Every time I get a website though, I feel great and wish I could take the leap. How do you make the decision? Plan it out. We make the appropriate plan in order to be successful. In this case, I know what you're going through and I've been there. When I was trying to make a decision to get out of that corporate world and start my own business, it was a question of how will I come up with those bills each and every month. And that's the hardest part to get over. And once we get over that, well then it's smooth sailing on hunting for contracts. And how does this look? Well, the question is, how are you getting your contracts coming in right now? Okay, when you're saying that you get these contracts, do they come in flows, like one after the other, or do they come in sporadic moments when you meet random people? Do you know exactly what you'd be doing in order to jumpstart this option of creating your business? Is there a process that you could implement in order to have a constant 3 to 4 websites a month, depending on how much you're charging? Not taking away anything from the whole website industry, but it is not just hard, it's nearly impossible to start and launch yourself in that big category of $1 million venture. Website building is harder, and especially where you're from and what location, because there's so many people making websites, there's so many people who can just create a website, and there's so many people that just don't know anything about websites and they just spend money for no reason, and then they look at you and they go, well, what can you do better for me? And now sales pitch is so much harder. So percentage of success is quite low in web development. It's a hard gig to play in. The field is very tight. However, what can you do in order to start a website company? All you need to do is figure out how to bring in residual income. Once you get some residual income coming in every month, then it becomes very simple to make this decision, because you'll know that $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 will be coming in. If you can pick a model like this to create a website, well, things change. What are some of the things that you could do to instantaneously start making some money in web development on a monthly basis? Well, when you make a website, all these guys you've been providing a website for, you should provide an update service. You should be providing a monthly fee to update everything that you're doing. If you're using WordPress, for instance, well, there's an update with WordPress, I think big update every 4 months now, and there's smaller updates like non-stop with all the plugins, this and that. There should be a service that you can provide to your customers that you've already built a website for, that they will be able to pay you a monthly fee, maybe $50, maybe $100, maybe $20. And you do X amount of hours per month to make sure that they get that service in play. Now, if you look at it from perspective of adding hosting to it, the whole ball game changes. So long term, this just starts to grow, and if you're too unsure of just jumping the boat and going and doing this, well, let your confidence build in this way. Once you have 5, 6, 10 clients that you made websites for on side projects, and now they're sitting there bringing in $50 to $100 a month, and then they're calling you up for social media and other types of side services, then your confidence will come. And this is where confidence takes off. It skyrockets. Because now when somebody calls you, you know what to say, when to say, and how to say. And this is confidence. This is how build-up of confidence occurs. So take it and run with it. I'm not saying just, quit your job and jump into it. I'm not saying don't do that. What I'm saying is plan everything out so that your confidence will build, so that opportunity will exist. And once that opportunity exists, you're off to the races. That failure that we experience when somebody says, no, I don't want your service, that's fine, because like I said, that one guy will go one way and they'll probably come back. Keep in touch with them. This is why we have mailing lists, and we send out a little mailing list and we say, hey, just checking in on everybody. I'm offering this new service. I'm going to be doing this. And then they're going to be like, maybe I've been spending too much time on this stuff. Maybe I'll go back to them. Many clients always come back. Why? Because of this process that I explained. So as you get moving, now you can see how confidence is going to be built. Very simple. Each client that comes in, you offer one of these services, and down the road, 4 months, 6 months, a year, what you're going to see is this abundance of cash flow coming in every month, that you know that cash flow is coming in, and it will make that decision on leaving your current career to go and start your website company a lot easier. And once you get this plan enacted and you get moving, I'm pretty sure I'll hear from you in about a year, and you're gonna say, how do I get growing in the right direction? And it's quite simple. You just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. We keep getting ideas, we keep researching, that confidence builds, that passion gets going, and then all of a sudden you're off to the races. This is Nikos Rentas, mentorsapproach.com. Please comment, like, and subscribe below.